We've got a very special edition of Talk of the Table with someone who knows a thing or two about space, former NASA astronaut. Did you hear that? She's a true astronaut. That's Peggy Whitson. This is her making repairs on a spacewalk. She's done a total of 10 spacewalks and spent 675 days in space. Whoa, that's more than any other American or any woman in the world. That's what a hero looks like right there. Badass. Next month, she will be inducted into the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame. Ooh, there's an Astronaut Hall of Fame.
Wow.
By the way, you might have heard, I'm going into space as well. 10 days and counting with Blue Origin. But unlike me, I'll bet Peggy was never nervous. Let's bring in Peggy Whitson, who is also Director of Human Spaceflight at Axiom. Peggy, it's so good to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's so great to get a chance to talk to you again, Gayle.
I know.
I've always enjoyed chatting with you, and you've got an exciting mission coming up, so I'm very excited to share some experience.
Yeah, that's why I want to talk to you, Peggy, because listen, when you retired in 2018, you didn't think you'd be going back in space again, you said, and you changed your mind. Why?
Well, the opportunity through commercial spaceflight has opened up for me. I really never expected it to happen so quickly after I left NASA. And so Axiom Space really gave me an opportunity to have that chance to go again. And of course, I took it.
Yeah. But why is this mission so significant? Because so many people don't really understand what is the purpose, why do you go, what are you doing up there?
No,
there's so many things we need to be doing down here. Help people understand why this matters so much.
Well, the Axiom Mission 4 that I'm going to be commanding in May is going to take up 3 countries that haven't had access to space for more than 40 years. And this will be their first time on the International Space Station. And it's a 14-day mission docked to the International Space Station. So we are going to be conducting research from 31 countries, and including over 60 different investigations. I have personal favorites looking at cancer cell growth in orbit and using new drugs, new techniques to try and reduce that cancer cell growth. I'm also excited about doing a study that might open up access to people with diabetes to be able to go into space in the future. So I love the research part of going into space, even though the ride is a blast, and you're going to love it.
Well, Peggy, I'm curious. We had heard from William Shatner that when you're sitting on top of that rocket and they're filling it with fuel, that the nerves do jingle jangle a little bit. So if you have nerves, if Gayle has nerves, are there any mantras or sayings, ways to calm yourself down?
Well, I just think about all the people, the engineers that have worked on every single tiny aspect of making that rocket ready to go. And, you know, trusting in them, their professionalism, their experience. So she's going to be in safe hands with that whole huge ground team that is supporting that mission.
Peggy, I'm always curious from astronauts the first time they go into space, how it feels to experience the overview effect, the effect of seeing Earth from space for the first time. What's that like?
Me too.
Gayle wants to know, too.
Yeah, me too.
It's actually extremely dramatic. To me, it felt unreal, the clarity, the experience of seeing the Earth the first time. It was exhilarating. But the thing that I think you get from seeing that Earth below you and recognizing that humanity lives there, with the exception of a handful of people that are in a couple of orbiting space stations, it really gives you this perspective of how important our planet is and that we really are one living here on this planet.
I keep hearing that. Listen, I feel very safe with Blue Origin. I've certainly checked out their record. I know that they are dotting every I and crossing every T, but they're really about creating more accessibility for people, non-astronauts like myself, for instance, to experience what this is like. Why do you think these kind of missions are important? And I also feel honored to be part of the first all-female crew, different ages, different races, different ethnicities. I'm very excited to be part of that. Even though I'm terrified, I am excited about it. But why are missions like this important, do you think?
I think they're important for a lot of different reasons. I think it opens up excitement in our youth. Seeing people of those different ethnicities is really important in making it seem accessible, making space accessible to everyone, because you have to believe you can be there to be a part of it. I really wanted to be an astronaut from the time I was 9 years old, but it became a goal when the first female astronauts were selected, and the year I graduated from high school, it changed in me. It wasn't a dream anymore.
It's amazing. Wow. Former chief astronaut.
Yes, I know. I like that. I like that.
And soon to be member of the Astronaut Hall of Fame.
I know. Congratulations. You know, when I said being an astronaut was never my dream, Katy Perry said, well, you need to have other dreams. So we shall see. Peggy Whitson, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peggy.
You can watch our trip to space on Blue Origin. Oh, what
It's
happened
you.
here?
No, you're right there. Yeah.
Blue Origin, I just saw your face. In a special extra hour of CBS Mornings on Monday, April 14th. The launch is all set for 9:30 Eastern Time. That's 6:30 Pacific.